Good morning, friends. Welcome to goonlinetrainings.com. So, we have one more topic that is to be covered, uh, that is on Power View, right? So, what are the four topics we discussed? So, Power BA, if you wanted to learn, Power BA has actually four important topics to be discussed in Power BA. The first one you already know, Power Query, right? So it is very, very basic. You don't get a lot of interview questions from this topic. You will get what are joins, what is union all, and what are the transformations you have used, right? And that's it. What are data types? What is filters? So some 3 to 4 questions you may get it, but one of the important question is called joins, right? So we had seen different types of joins, and we also discussed about what is union, union all, and all these things. So not very important topic, but at least the joins and union all you have to know. The second topic that we're going to be covering today, that is Power View. In that we are going to be covering when to use, okay, which visualization. So when to use which visuals. So we have, when you open Power BI, so Power BI has a 200 plus visualizations, right? So let me just open this. So when you go to Power View, so there is a data model. This is a model view, right? So when you go here, this is a model view. This is what is called a data view. This is what is called a report view. So when you click on this, this is what is called a Power View. Okay. So Power View is this. So in the Power View, we are going to be creating a lot of visualizations. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So 6 into 6. So 6 into 6 will be 36, right? But I told you we have 200 plus visualizations. But where are the remaining visualizations? So remaining visualizations are available under this. You need to click on dot, dot, dot. When you click on dot, 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 you will be able to get remaining visualizations. Let me click on this and get more visuals. When you click on get more visuals, enter your email address. What is the email address that we are using? I think 55 or 56, right? So that email address you need to enter, so that you will be able to go to online and get the things. Okay, let me just go for the December batch. I was using 56 and 57, right? Control C and Control V. Let me use this. So what is the email ID I'm using? 56 and 57 you can use. So for the November batch, 54, 55, the password is India@12. So you can use till 57. So let me just go. What is going on? So let me click on sign in, or let me click on this also. I think it is taking some time. So what is happening? Okay, you got some window. So use user 57 and the password is India@12. Okay, click on sign in. So let me log in. So what is it? It is using? It is using one more authentication. Start by getting only on your phone, install Microsoft authentication app. After the installing, authenticate. Okay, so I want to use different authentication app. Why it is asking me all these things? Let me use any other stuff. I don't want to use authentications in the phone and everything. Let me just click on this. It is hanging now. Okay. Now, either let me sign in here. Let me use one more user ID. So let me use 56. Is it asking same authentications again? Yeah. 56, let me use. Okay, 56, it is working fine, right? So yeah, now it is asking me India@12. Click on sign in. So now you see you're able to sign in with this user ID. Have you seen this? Now, once it is done, you can simply click on this and click on get more visuals. You will be able to get a lot of visuals from online. See, you have box and whisker, play access, info, Info Premium. Lot of things are available. Drill down timeline, dynamic API, text filter. A lot of things are available. So you have a lot of varieties. All change over time, or you can have comparison, or you can have correlation, something like that. Okay, guys. So these are the things that is available over, Connect. So you should be able to just go and download this, and you can use them. So there are 200 plus visualizations are available. If you learn any other BA tool like Tableau BA, SAS BA, SAP BA, OBA, or business objects, that is also one more reporting tool, BO, business objects from SAP. Then we have crystal reports, SSRS. Then we have, lot of, reporting tools are available. No reporting tools, has 200 plus visualizations only in the Power BI we have. So we are going to be discussing from today this concept. So this is what is called a Power View. So when you click on the Power View topic, you will be able to get when to use which visualization. So when should I use this? 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 You have to know clearly. Right? All of them we are going to be using. So this is what is called data model. So data modeling is going to be discussed later. So, and for the data, you can see the data here. So this will be part of your Power Pivot, right? So this we can discuss for the December batch later. So this is what is called a Power Pivot. So in the Power Pivot, we are going to be having this is what is called, we are going to be doing a data modeling. Data modeling is this data modeling. So it is creating a primary key and foreign key relationships. This is one, and this is a B, and where we are going to be creating a DAX queries. So Power Pivot has two topics. One is called data modeling. The second topic is called DAX, right? Data analytical expressions. So this is what Power Pivot. So this will discuss next for the December batch. Okay. So today we are going to be talking about Power View, right? When to use which visualization. That is one thing. And we speak about a lot of other concepts like what is drilling down report, right? What is drilling through report. And we also talk about visualization level filters. Okay. Filter concept is also available in your Power Query. We had seen very, very basic level filters there. Okay. So we have already seen basic level filters, but you will get a lot of questions from the Power View. So what are the filters means? You need to talk about this filters, not this filters. Okay. And when to use which visualization, that is one more thing. and what is a drilling down report, what is a drilling through report. And these are the four important topics that we have to discuss as part of Power Review, right? The next one we're going to be having, so Power BI service, right? So Power BI service means, so in this, I'm going to be deploying the reports. Already, you know, what is a Power BI, service to deploy the reports and, view the reports online, view the reports online. And after deploying the report, you have to provide the security. Security means you need to give user ID password so that people can access your reports and everything. And data gateways, we are going to be discussing in this. So data gateways and lot of other points are going to be there, right? So data gateways will be there. Row level security, row level security, very, very important concept. And all of them we are going to be discussing in Power BI service. The last one, again important, that is what is called Power Pivot. In the Power Pivot, there are two topics that you have to discuss. One is called, so data modeling. So data modeling means, creating a relationship. There is one-to-one relationship already, in SQL Server, one-to-many relationship. The next one is called many-to-many relationship, right? So only in the structured data means the data is in the tables. Clear? So Power Pivot is going to be dealing with only the data coming from the tables. Table may be an Excel sheet, or the structured data may be coming from CSV files, or from the Excel, or from SQL Server or Oracle. So any data when you have it, so you have to do the data modeling. Data modeling is called creating a relationships. Remember. So relationships. So what are the relationships in the data modeling? One-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-many. So these are the, interview questions, very, very important that you have to know. This is covered already in your SQL Server videos. If I have one-to-one, any primary key can become a foreign key in anywhere. One-to-m, the parent table primary key will become a foreign key in the child table. Many-to-many, where the bridging table gets created. So third table will get created. The same data modeling concepts are available all over the world, whether you study Power BI or whether you study any data-oriented technologies, the same concept, will get repeated, because without a data modeling, when you have a relational database management system where the data modeling is compulsory, after doing the data modeling, so what you do, you have to do the further work. So this is one concept that will get covered. It has been covered already as part of SQL Server. Again, we'll repeat. So the next one is called DAX. DAX means data analytical expressions. So data analytical expressions. So this is what is called the last topic that we're going to be discussing. So Power Pivot is very, very important topic. You have to know completely. And second important topic is Power BI service. Okay. So 3 and 4 topics, if you know very well, you can easily crack the 80% of the interview questions for the Power BI. Only 20% of the interview questions are going to be coming from these two topics. Clear? So this is very, very important topic. So you have to know clearly. And the next concept is these two concepts. One is called data modeling and DAX. This is also very, very important. And these two, you will get very, very minimum, interview questions. But more and more questions are going to be asked, not in the Power BI. You have to study SQL Server, thoroughly, right? So minimum 60% of the interview questions are going to come here, and remaining 40% are going to be coming from Power BI, plus remaining 40% in Power BI. Then after Power BI, I told you to learn SSIS also, right? SSIS with data warehousing concept, right? So remaining 40%, you may get some 20% in Power BI, and remaining 20% of the interview questions are going to be asked in the SSIS with data warehousing. You understand? So much more questions are coming from SQL Server. If you're not practicing them thoroughly, then you cannot answer 60 to 70% of interview questions. Even though you study Power BI only 20%, you can answer remaining things. It is compulsorily will come from SSIS, and ETL is also very, very important. You cannot say, my friend told me not to learn this, my brother told me not to learn this, means you don't call me at all. Clear? So whatever I'm saying, so these are the three topics that you have to know. One is called SQL Server, very well. The second one is called Power BI. You don't get much more questions. So in the Power BI and SSIS, and SSIS is ETL, and Power BI is a purely reporting tool, and SQL Server is going to be everything. So wherever there is a data, you have to do a lot of circus for the data, right? So the circus can be done only in the SQL Server. You don't get data in Excel sheets when you join the companies. They will give you larger databases like data warehousing databases. Much more time, 99% of the time, you don't work with the Excel. You don't work with the CSV files. Much more time you're going to be working with the SQL Server databases only. So 99.9999%. So if you without SQL Server knowledge, if you get a job in Power BI, you will be losing the job within a month, or within a 3 months. You will come back to the bench, and from the bench you will come back to your home, right? So people who are learning only Power BI will be useless, because I told you, right, remaining 40% SSIS along with Power BI, 60 to 70% of the interview questions are from SQL Server only. So what are the topics we have to know? Compulsorily, you have to study queries. In queries, basic level queries, advanced level queries, sub-queries, correlation sub-queries, common table expression. Then we have derived tables, right? We have temp tables, temporary tables, all of them you have to know. We have ranking functions, right? We have string functions, all these things you have to study well, right? We have date and time functions, okay? Date and time functions, right? All of them you need to study very well. Subquery, correlation subquery, right? So after that, you have to know stored procedures, okay? Stored procedures. So you need to study. Then the last concept is called indexes, okay? So triggers and views, user defined functions, then we have cursors. All these things just learn once and just leave it, okay? So these are just watch once and take the notes, but practice only once, and these you have to practice much more time. All the queries from basic level to advanced level. So creating a table, dropping a table, it is not SQL Server. SQL Server means retrieving the data. RDBMS means not storing the table, creating a primary key, foreign key. That is not clear. So much more time you are going to be working on retrieving data. Indexes is also very, very important. So these are the topics that you have to be thoroughly, practicing. And only one time you need to practice triggers, views, functions, and cases. But these are the topics that you have to know thoroughly. So once the SQL Server is done, then Power BI is done, then SSIS with data warehousing done. Without fail, you have to get one free project. So that will be part of your data warehousing. When you get data warehousing, when you have one free project is included, that is called Amazon project. So this you have to do it. The second, must do is end-to-end project. So end-to-end project is a must, okay? So this one, the offer has given, I think last month, many people have purchased it. Everybody has to keep this. So in this, the first one is going to be starting with SSIS. You have to load the data into the data warehousing. You do the data modeling and everything, right? And after that, you create a complex stored procedures. You create a SSAS cubes. Then afterwards, you're going to be working with SSRS. So people who do not know SSRS, they have to convert the reports in Power BI. So in that, we have around 23 videos are available. Each video minimum take 3 to 4 hours. Minimum take 3 to 4 hours to complete approximately 90 hours to 100 hours project you're going to be doing. So this is compulsory. Without doing a project, sir, I don't have a time. My friend told me not to do that. So don't tell me all this, useless. So things. So complete everything and do this first project, one project. And this is what is called the second project. This is a paid project. Okay. This is a paid project. So whenever the offer comes, you buy it and keep it with you. You can start this project, and this project you can keep in your CV as well. Clear? So this is the complete learning pattern. Everybody has to do that. So SQL Server is must, right? So fee details, you're asking to the wrong person, right? So I told you many times, fee details you can ask me, my team. Yeah. So this is what we're going to be covering. We are going to be learning, 3 months. So the people November batch, I think most of the topics got completed. SQL Server and Power BI. And Power BI, which topics we have to cover? These two topics we have to concentrate. These two topics just listen to once and leave it, right? And practice only once. But remaining 3 and 4, you have to, study very well. And after that, SSIS is mandatory, and one free project also you will be doing when you learn SSIS, and you will be able to get SSIS tabular model. So tabular model cube, this is for free. Okay, you need not ask. This will be given for free. It will be some 5 classes will be there. You can just watch this one. So why cube is important, why we have to deal with SSAS tabular model cube. So this is also will be given free, and data warehousing is also given for free, but you need to buy only SSIS, right? So this will be given free in the data warehousing. So next one, we're talking about these projects. So all of them you have to compulsorily do it. And these 2 projects you can keep in your CVs, and I will give you sample CVs and everything at the end, so that you can, complete everything. So you have to, create everything. You take 1 more month or 2 more months extra, but don't be in a hurry. Don't be in a hurry to apply for a job, because as soon as you apply your CV, the first question, tell me your project architecture from starting to end. The first question itself is, you're gone. Tell me the domain knowledge, what kind of a domain you have, and what are the tables that you have used, and what is the architecture of about your data warehousing. Can you describe using a pen and paper? They'll give you pen and paper, and they'll ask you to, draw. Or in the online means, they'll ask you to open the paint. They will ask you to draw the complete data warehousing diagram, which table is connecting to what was the data modeling. So with this question, you will get caught, right? If you don't do this project, so you will get caught within 2 minutes. Within 2 minutes. So tell me about your project architecture. So tell me about your, data flow, how the data you're able to retrieve, and what kind of real-time challenges you got it, and how do you overcome the challenges. So all of them interview questions are important, so that you can easily answer when you do this, free project and end-to-end project. So don't tell me that, I did not do that, or I don't have a time, or I don't have a money, because money, if you're putting, means you need to put it for everything, right? When you go to the doctor, so you paid the doctor fees, again you say, sir, I don't have money for pay, medicines, means definitely you cannot cure your disease, right? You have to plan for all these things. So without that, so getting into IT industry is difficult, right? Even though you borrow money, after getting a job, you can pay them. So, but definitely you cannot cut this, and these are important for you to complete. So, and study all these things in depth, guys. So that is what is important. So today we are going to be starting with the power view. This is a nice to have topic, but it is also very thrilling topic, and you will understand much more concepts, when to use which visualization and everything. So introduction to power view, basic visualizations and visual interactions. This is what I'm going to be covering, and tomorrow we'll have a filters and drilling through, and what is hierarchies and drilling down reports and visualizations, and when to use which Power BI visualizations, and what is the grouping, binning, and sorting, and what are bookmarks and selection pan. So all these things I'm going to be covering. Yeah, so end-to-end project is a paid project, right? So this is a paid, this is a free project, right? So this will be a paid project. That's what I told you, right? So it is a paid. Paid means you have to buy this project, and this is a free project. So this one project I'm going to be giving. So this is a free project on Amazon. So this is the one you need to buy it. So offers are going on. So you can buy during the offer. So whenever you wanted to start, you can ask them to start in the teachable, because they're giving you some 3 months or 6 months validity, right? You can buy in the offer today or tomorrow. So next offer will be Sankranti offers or Pongal offers comes. You can just buy the project on SSIS in that offer, because afterwards you don't have any festivals, you don't have any offers, right? So you need to pay more and more money if there is no offer. You can buy and you can ask them to start whenever you are ready. For example, you're ready in April. You can say, sir, you can, I bought this course in the month of January, but I did not start. Please add this course in my basket. So when you call them in the month of April or May, so or if, March, they will be able to enable your access in the Teachable or in the Nourish portal, so that you will be able to continue from April, May, June. So 3 months you can complete, or if it is a 6 months, April to October, it will be there. You will be able to complete it. Am I clear? You can also ask them, are there any offers going on? They will tell you, right? So what is the fee? And you can also buy SSIS and anything, and you can also continue further. Now, people who are learning SSIS, okay, if they wanted to learn ADF is nothing. Okay. ADF is more easy, because I have conducted ADF batch already, right? ADF is nothing. So people who know SSIS, this is a cloud computing ETL software, right? Azure Data Factory. And if you learn SSIS thoroughly, ADF is dead easy. You can learn today or after joining the company. Some companies will give you training on ADF, or if the companies tells you that you should also know ADF, or the next 1 year you need to learn ADF, means you can learn ADF very easily, because ADF is Azure Data Factory, which is also an ETL tool. So when you know SSIS, a lot of concept you can understand very easily. But without SSIS, don't jump into ADF. Many concept you don't understand clearly. You will again have to come back and see, because lot of ETL concepts in depth I have covered in this, because those concepts simply a tick mark, right? So that means what? If you have 30% efforts or 40% efforts you're putting for one work, means here only 1% and 2% of efforts we're going to be putting to automate the task. ADF is made more easy, more automated, and no, not at all there is a code. Not at all there is a coding. It is even more easy. So anybody can get into ADF, because when you know SSIS, because I have the recorded videos are available. ADF is dead easy, I'm telling you. But when you know SSIS in depth, clear? So don't jump into ADF, Azure Data Factory directly. After 1 year or after 6 months, your company may tell you, hey, yeah, you need to jump into cloud ETL, not the on-premises ETL. Or we are getting one more project on ADF, means you can easily learn this when you have this, because currently many companies are focusing on SSIS and a few companies are focusing on ADF also. Don't jump into ADF. Learn SSIS first with data warehousing, then you can jump ADF, or after joining the company, if they ask you to learn, you can learn. Otherwise, it is not very much important now without SSIS. Clear, guys? Chalo. So these are the topics that I'm going to be covering. Let me quickly take why Power View and Power BI Desktop, visual interactions, edit interactions. So I'm going to be using the Adventure Works data. Normally, we are going to be going transform data, click on transform data, and we get the data. We get the data, we click on Excel workbook, we get Adventure Works data, right? So if you wanted to clean the data, we are going to be using Power Query, right? But somebody gives you cleaned data. Somebody given you cleaned data. If they give you cleaned data, again are you going to be coming here and cleaning the data? If somebody tells you this is a cleaned rice or this is a cleaned wheat, so are you again going to clean that? So when you do that, then definitely you will be a mad fellow. That's what people will say, right? We are not going to be cleaning once again. So we never come if somebody gives you cleaned data. So what is that we're going to be doing? What is that we're going to be doing? We are going to directly Excel workbook or get the data. So we are not going to go here. We are not going to go here. If you wanted to clean the data, then only you need to go to transform data. Somebody is giving me cleaned data. What should I do? I have to simply click on Excel workbook, or I can get the data, or I can also go and all the things are available here. Excel workbook and more list is available here. You will be able to get the data from this directly, because you don't want to clean the data. So you can click on the Excel workbook here, or you can also click on Excel workbook here. You should be able to get the Adventure Works retail data directly. This data will be loaded to the RAM of my computer. It is not going to go to Power Query first. I wanted to take a customer table, products table, sales table. I wanted to load. You see, there are two options. Load means directly to the RAM. But when I say transform data, means it is going to be opening one more window. That is what is called a Power Query, right? So when I say load, it is going to be going to the RAM, or otherwise, if I say transform data, Power Query editor window will get opened. All the data will go and you transform the data. You click and load, all the data will come to the RAM. So this one I'm not going to be using now. Okay. So that is what is. Simply click on load. I'm going to be loading the data directly to the RAM of my computer. So it is applying and loading the data. It is not going to the Power Query. Am I clear? So all the data got loaded, but if you wanted to go back and do some transformations, always you're welcome. You click on transform data. This data will be loaded to the Power Query now, right? So you have the same data is available here. The same data, you can also go and do any transformations. I don't want to remove this column. I wanted to, change the data type. If you wanted to do anything, you can come back and do all the changes, close and apply. So even though you load the data from here, you can go back, take this data to that Power Query and do a lot of transformations there, and again reload the data into the RAM of your computer, right? So this is what is called Power View or Power BI desktop. In this, there are, view number 1, view number 2, view number 3. These are the views are available. One is called model view. The second one is called data view. The third one is called a report view, right? So these are very, very important. Data model view means you create a primary key foreign key relationship. You need to check whether you have all the tables are linked or not. So if there is an independent table, that you can leave as it is, but maximum time you will be able to see the tables are going to be having primary keys and foreign keys links and everything, right? So compulsorily you have to check. This is a one to many. Star means many. It is one to many. So it is products table. It is one. Star means many. It is one to many relationship. It is a dimension table. It is a fact table. So what is a dimension table? What is a fact table? Where will you learn? You will be able to learn in the data warehousing. In the data warehousing only, we will be calling some kind of a tables are called as a dimension tables. Some type of the tables are called as a fact tables. What is a dimension table? What is a fact table? I will also discuss here, but more detailed discussion you can see as part of your dimension and the fact. Remember, reporting means what, Nana? Reporting you are going to be doing always on the OLAP data, not on the OLTP data. OLTP means very, very fresh data. OLAP data means what kind of a data? Data warehousing data. So reporting always is going to be done on the large amount of historical data. Nobody is going to be creating large reports. You may get lot of OLTP reports. For example, what is my OLTP report? Send me what is my current balance. So that is what is called OLTP question. But in OLAP, you have a large amount of data. What was the last 5 years balance in my bank? Average balance in my bank. Or what was the percentage of loans we are giving for all over the India, across each city, what is the percentage of loans we have given and what is the percentage of profits we are getting it. That is what is called OLAP, or a data warehousing, kind of a query. OLTP queries means what is my balance in the bank, and give me last 10 transactions, tell me last 3 months bank statement. All these are the questions, very, very few questions you're going to be asking in OLTP. You don't have much more question. Now you're using OLTP, your banking application. Now tell me, what are the questions you ask? I have sent the 1,000 rupees to my father, whether it is successful or not. You will check in the bank statement. Or your company may need last 6 months bank statement, last 3 months bank statement. Or you wanted to know, I have deposited a check in my bank. I wanted to see whether the amount is credited or not, right? Only very few reports or a few statements you're going to be asking in the OLTP data. You don't ask much more data. You don't get also. For example, can you ask, what is the products bought by my neighbor? When you go to Amazon, and can you ask this question? What were the products purchased by Rajinikanth or Pavan Kalyan or Chiranjeevi? Can you ask this kind of a question? You cannot ask. But if they wanted to ask this kind of a questions, the Amazon company can see how many celebrities, and what kind of a products they're buying. So in India, they will have a celebrities list, and they will be able to, pump the data, and they will be able to see last 5 years how Indian celebrities are buying the products. So this a company can ask, but not on OLTP data, completely on the OLAP data. So you will also create a lot of reports, but OLTP, we never use a lot of reporting tools, a lot of reports. Reporting means OLAP data, data warehousing data, historical data. So what is OLAP? OLAP means online analytical processing. If you wanted to analyze the data, you cannot analyze the data in the OLTP. OLTP means you will have a 3 months data, 6 months data. Then only end user point of view, the questions are asked. What is my balance? What is my, I have recharged Airtel, something, whether the recharge is successful or not, something like that. If you take a train tickets or the flight ticket website is a OLTP website. So what is that you're going to be showing? What are the, last 6 months, where and all I have traveled? So what is the total amount I have paid for last 6 months? When is my next travel? So all the tickets are available in your yatra.com, bookmyshow.com, or skyscanner.com. So you can go to these portals, and you can book your flight tickets and train tickets. So only this kind of data will be shown, not much more that. But when you go to Yatra OLAP site, they will ask last 5 years, which brand of the flights are increasing the sales? Is it Indigo, or is it airlines, Tata Airlines, or is it some other British Airlines? Which airlines are giving me much more business in India? So like that kind of questions are going to be answered in the OLAP. Remember, so reporting means OLAP data, data warehousing data, large amount of data. Data warehousing means you have to know dimension table, factor table, because data warehouse is going to be introducing two terminologies. One is called dimension table, factor table. That is the reason in the reporting always we use dimension table, we use a factor table. In OLTP, we are going to be calling master tables and transactional tables, right? All the master tables will become a dimension table here. All the transactional tables will become a factor table. What is a master table? What is a transaction table? Everything I discussed in the data warehousing classes. You can also take anytime. This will be for free for you. Only 5 to 7 videos are available. You can just watch them. At least if you watch first three videos, you will be able to understand all the differences between master table, this table, that table. So data warehousing data only or OLAP data. We are not going to be using OLTP data. Reporting means OLAP. OLAP means data warehousing. Data warehousing means historical data, large amount of data. OLAP means what, Nana? Historical data, large amount of data, read-only data. So you have to know all these 3 points. Clear? So they may ask you, what is the size of the data that you have? When you say, I am working on only megabytes of the data, so they will come to know that you are not a real-time guy. Because I am talking about the data warehousing. Data warehousing, the size will be 10 terabytes, 15 terabytes, or 5 terabytes. This will be there in the terabytes of data. You're talking about MBs of data. That means you would have only worked on the Excel sheets. Clear? So we are going to be later getting the data from the data warehousing, and we also create all of them. Okay. So compulsorily, you will be able to get lot many questions from the data warehousing. Then they'll ask you, what is the size of the data that you have? So you cannot say, I'm getting only 100 rows or 200 rows. It is not. You need to tell, we are having 30 million data, or we are having 50 million data. 1 million is equivalent to 10 lakhs. You have to know. So 30 million means what? So you can say 300 lakhs means 3 crores data, something like that. You have to tell them. And in the sizes, you can tell them that every month I'm going to be putting a minimum 300 GB of data. We are going to be loading into where? So we are going to be using SSAS and loading into where? Into the data warehousing. Clear? So all these things you will be learning when you study SSAS. What is the size of the data you're getting? What is the data warehousing size? What is the data warehouse? After that, how do you create a report? Everything you will be able to understand in your end-to-end project clearly. So you have to know SSIS, data warehousing, you have to know SQL Server, and at the end, you have to study the reporting. Clear? So never say that, you know, reporting, that is the final one. So reporting is at the last, you're going to be creating a reports. Before that, you get the data, load the data, clean the data. All this is what is called data engineering. Okay. Data engineering means performing ETL operations. This is also called as a data preparation. Clear? So data engineering is called as data preparation. So, and reporting. So this is what is called data analytics. So data engineering means get the data, clean the data, store the data, do the data modeling, write the DAX queries. All of them are called data engineering. After that, when you store the data into the data warehousing, then you create a report. So data engineering means get the data, clean the data, store the data, model the data, then you create a report. So data engineering plus report is called as a data analytics, or it is also called as a business intelligence. Clear? So data engineering, so and reporting. So in the data engineering, what all the things you need to know? SQL you have to know, SSIS you have to know, data warehousing you have to know, data modeling you need to know. Reporting means SSRS or Power BI, or you can also use Excel. Many companies even today, they don't have SSRS, they don't have Power BI. They use Excel as a reporting tool, and they'll say, we are performing data analytics. So this is what is called data analytics, or this is what is called business intelligence. Clear? So business intelligence means in own terminology, always you will have a data in the tables. Clear? If you're getting the data in the tables, the data always is a structured data. Always is a structured data. So any business you go, the data will be there in the tables, right? They don't have any other data, but you have a lot of unstructured data. You have lot of semi-structured data. Okay. You have a structured data. When you take a structured data and when you do the data analytics, that is what is called business intelligence actually. So business intelligence always talk about what? Structured data. But what is unstructured data when I have it? So when I have, so structured data, I wanted to take and create a data warehouse, and afterwards I'm going to be creating a report. So this entire process is called as a BA, right? Here I'm going to be using SSIS, and SSIS is more good for structured data and everything. So when I have unstructured data, semi-structured data, so this is where your business intelligence or data warehousing will fail, because so this is where we cannot store unstructured data into the data warehouse, because data warehouse is a database. Database means you need to create tables, right? You take a unstructured data. Unstructured data means audio files, video files, images, and XML files, ParkQuest files, JSON files. All the files you will be able to get it. So whenever you do the chatting in Facebook or in a Snapchat or a Twitter, so the Twitter data is not a structured data, it is unstructured data. So this kind of a data you cannot keep into the data warehousing or in the SQL. So this data, where will you store? We are going to be storing in the Hadoop system or big data system. Clear? So you are going to be again creating a lot of reports with the help of a Power BI. So we are not going to be storing this data into the data warehousing. So structured data will be stored in the data warehousing system, right? Unstructured data has to be stored in the Hadoop only. Clear? Or in the cloud. Hadoop, again, Hadoop you can have on premises. On premises means your own Hadoop computer, or you can also go in for a cloud. Okay. Hadoop is available on premises. On premises means, as I told you, your own car, rental car. Cloud means rental. So like that, you can also have a data warehousing today. On premises data warehouse you have, and a cloud data warehouse also you can have. On premises means your own server, own software, own people are maintaining your data. Cloud data warehouse means what? You are only taking the rental server based upon your usage. You take a car for rental, based on the usage you are going to be making the payment. You use 10 kilometers, 6 people, you make this payment. You only 4 people, for 1,000 kilometers or 100 kilometers, you make the payment. So you take a rental car. Rental means a cloud. Clear? So data warehousing is on premises available. Data warehouse is also available in the cloud based. Am I clear? So when you have unstructured data, semi-structured data, when you put the data here, when you process the data, create a report, this is what is called as a purely data analytics only. Okay. So this kind of a data is not called as a business intelligence. Business intelligence means you are going to be dealing with the structured data. Structured data, more business data you will be able to get. Unstructured data, semi-structured data, it is more from the social media. Okay, it is not a business data. It is a social media data, lot of log files, lot of log data, cameras data, CC cameras data, audio files, video files. This kind of a data will come. So that data you will be able to store in Hadoop or in on-premises or cloud, or you can store, cloud means apart from, Hadoop, you have a data lake, right? You have a data lake, then you have a blob storage. Lot of things are available to store your data. And this, again, you take the data, you process the data, create a lot of reports. In that report, you're going to be using again Power BI. So when you use unstructured data, semi-structured data, when you create a reports and do the data analytics, this is a purely called as a data analytics. It is not a business intelligence. Business intelligence means what, Nana? It is a business data plus data stored in the data warehousing, and it is completely structured data. Remember, okay? So data analytics, this is also data analytics only, but business intelligence means more on the structured data. Data is going to be stored on the data warehousing, right? But if you wanted to do data analytics on the unstructured data, semi-structured data, you cannot say this is a business intelligence application. It is a data analytics application. So business intelligence itself is a data analytics, but is one more specialized name given. Business data, business intelligence data means it is a structured data. Remember, So the difference between business intelligence and data analytics. Yeah. So people will say data analytics is big data real time. Yeah, this is what is called. I'm talking about this data, structured data storing into Hadoop, and you do the data analytics. That is big data analytics. Clear? So big data analytics means you're going to be doing going to be doing with the big data, right? But nobody will say big data business intelligence. Nobody will say like that. Big data analytics or business intelligence is also called as a data analytics only, but it is a business data, structured data. It is a business intelligence data. So business intelligence means data analytics only, but you will not say unstructured data, semi-structured data. So when you do the data engineering work and everything, you will be calling as a data engineering plus reporting is called as data analytics. Structured data, you will be saying either data analytics or business intelligence. Chalo guys, I need to start the demo. I am just stopping this, and we'll continue further on this. Okay. So tomorrow we'll continue further.